Hello to all those who are watching my video, and this is the video for the students of class 11th biology. And now this is the first video of chapter 4 Animal Kingdom. So in this video we will study about the basis of classification. Classification, it is done for the better understanding. Okay, means it is easy to understand. Okay, and so many reasons are there. uh, Now begin with what are the fundamental features. So we are studying the animal kingdom. So what are the fundamental features used to classify the animals? So means in spite of differences in the structure and form of different animals, there are fundamental features common to various individuals in relation to the arrangement of cells, body symmetry, nature of coelom, pattern of digestive system, circulatory system, or reproductive system. Okay, so these are the features which are used as a basis of animal classification. So begin with, so first feature is level of organization. Okay, means level of organization means all members of animal kingdom, they are multicellular one. Okay, and they are heterotrophic eukaryotic, but they do not have the same pattern of organization of cells. Okay, so we can just classify the organisms on this basis, that is levels of organization, like cellular level. When we say cellular level, means the body shows some division of labor among cells, but they are remarkably independent and can change their form and function. Okay, we have example of sponges. Okay, means the cells, they do not form any tissues. We have concluded this thing, right? When we say tissue level, so the arrangement of cells here is more complex, means they form the different types of tissues. So this is the tissue level. And when we say organ level, so in platyhelminthes and other higher phyla, tissues are grouped together to form organs, and the organs, they do a specialized or a particular function. Okay, so this is called as organ level organization. Okay, but when we say organ system level, okay, so animals like annelids, arthropods, molluscs, echinodermates, chordates, okay, they have the functional system, means there are different organ system, and each system is concerned with a specific physiological function. Okay, so if this is possible, then that belongs to the organ system level. Now the second fundamental feature is symmetry. Symmetry, you study also in the maths. Okay, it is the arrangement of parts on the opposite sides of the body of a three-dimensional animal. Means it is maybe the organism is asymmetrical. Okay, it it means any plane passes through the center, does not divide them into equal halves. If this is so, then this is called asymmetrical body, like of sponges. But when we say symmetrical, means the body of some animals, they can be divided into two similar equal halves by one or more planes. They are called as symmetrical. If we talk of symmetry, means symmetrical, so it is further divided into two. Radial symmetry means when any plane passing through the central axis of the body, it divides the organism into two identical halves. Okay? Means from anywhere. And if we say bilateral symmetry, means in some animals, body can be divided into identical left and right halves in only one plane. Okay, this is called bilateral symmetry. You can see here the pics. This will help you to understand the symmetry, radial symmetry and the bilateral symmetry. Now next feature is diploblastic and triploblastic organization. What is this? Diplo means we are talking of two, die. Okay, triplo means of three, something three. Okay, so this is done on the basis, means the organisms are classified under diploblastic and triploblastic. So this parameter means, so this is on the basis of germ layers. If the development of organism occurs by two germ layers. Germ layers means two embryonic layers. Okay, that is ectoderm and mesoderm. Only two layers are there. Then it is called as diploblastic. And if three layers are involved in the development, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm, then it is called as the triploblastic. Right. So here you can see the different germ layers. You can see here three germ layers. Now next fundamental feature is coelom. It is pronounced as coelom. Okay, so coelom is actually what? It is the body cavity. Now question arises, which body cavity? What kind of body cavity? Means the gut wall. Gut means digestive system है ना? Gut wall, that is, and the body wall, right? Body wall and the gut wall. Okay, that space, that cavity is called as the coelom. जो space रहता है वो कहलाता है coelom. अब coelom present भी हो सकती है और नहीं भी हो सकती है. जिनमें नहीं है वो कहलाते हैं acoelomates. ओके, जिसमें बॉडी कैविटी एब्सेंट है, लाइक पॉरीफेरियंस, प्लेटीहेलमिन्थीज, सीलेंट्रेट्स, टीनोफोर्स, फ्लैटवर्म्स, इनमें नहीं होती. एंड स्यूडो सीलोमेट्स, एक्चुअली इनमें जो बॉडी कैविटी होती है, इट इज नॉट लाइंड बाय मेसोडर्म. ओके, इंस्टेड ऑफ मेसोडर्म देयर प्रेजेंट सम स्कैटर्ड pouches in between the ectoderm and the endoderm. So this type of body cavity is called as pseudocoelom. It is not true, but हम कहते हैं coelomates, means actual coelom is present. Okay, so a true coelom arises within mesoderm and is therefore lined by the mesodermal tissue. Okay, now next feature is segmentation. In some animals, the body is externally and internally. It is divided into the segments. Okay, so that processes, that is called as the segmentation. अब ये segmentation further it is of two types, metameric segmentation and pseudo-metamerism. Okay, if segmentation divides body both externally and internally, then it is called as metamerism. जो means division है वो body के अंदर तक है, right? जैसा ऐसा annelids, orthopods and chordates इनमें हुआ करता है. Okay, and when we say pseudo-metamerism, so it is found in tapeworm. The body is divisible into parts or segments called proglottids, and they develop from the neck but are not embryonic in. Okay, so it appears due to repeated budding, means overall we can say the segmentation is false. Okay, this is so. Notochord. Next feature is notochord. So notochord क्या होती? Chord means something rod-like structure. Okay, and this is formed on the dorsal side during embryonic development in some animals, not in all animals. जिनमें होती है notochord वो chordates कहलाते हैं. Animals which with notochord are called chordates, और जिनके पास नहीं होती वो नॉन chordates होते हैं. जैसे कि नॉन chordates वो हैं जो पॉरीफेरा से लेकर echinoderms तक. Okay, so they are the non-chordates, right? So these were the fundamental features we should know before we study different phylums.